Let's go.
Feels good, don't
Y'all
it?
know what it is.
Everybody, come on. Throw your hands up.
We got the feel good music. That vibe to make you wanna lose it.
Everybody stop what you do and rock to the music, bounce to the
What's going on, everybody? Y'all know what it is. It's your man Vince Pass in the building for the podcast. One voice, one mic on a hot Monday night. You dig what I'm saying? We doing what we do right now. I know everybody's in the halftime of the national championship game, so you gotta know I'm not gonna be on all night tonight. You feel what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody out there? Y'all know what it is. Yeah, Georgia, Alabama, they doing their thing right now. I'm quite sure there's a whole bunch of y'all going out there, roll tide. You know, me, I'm going for Georgia. You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, I'm here. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, listen, you can catch me, you know what I'm saying, www.facebook.com/VincePass1. You catch me on Twitch TV at www.twitchtv.com/VincePass. You catch me on my Facebook. I'm just gonna be plugging YouTube and Twitch TV from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. Or you can catch me on my Facebook Live. That's what's up. Yo, listen, tonight, man, I want to talk to you about something, man, that, oh my gosh, a whole lot went on this weekend. I had COVID this past week, guys. So my birthday was on the 2nd. I wound up being sick, so I couldn't go nowhere. I also was laid up in the house for New Year's too. So happy belated New Year's, all you guys, everything, you feel what I'm saying? I couldn't do a show last week. So happy New Year's, all y'all. We in 2022. So what you gonna do that's different? You got your vision boards up. What you got going on? God said, make it plain. Write the vision down. Make it plain. Do what you do. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, tonight I want to talk to you about something that's important, man, yo. But first, I want to, I just want to shout out a couple of things real quick. If you feel like, times is tough, man, and you feel like things is not going in the direction that you wanted to go in, please just know that you are not by yourself out here. There are people out here that are struggling day by day, just like you. But if you know anybody that's not doing well, you know what I mean, and they feel like they're ready to give up on the world, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is right there. The telephone number is 1-800-273-8255. Again, National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. It's important, especially right now. Again, we are in uncharted waters. You feel what I'm saying? So, we just don't know where the direction in which we're headed in. So if you know somebody that's going through a tough time right now, just go ahead and, let them know. Like, listen, you're not out here by yourself, man. Tell a friend, you feel me? So, just wanted to chop that up with y'all, pass that along with y'all. You feel me? And here goes my handles on the bottom left corner of the page, youtube.com/VincePass1. Or you can catch me here. Bam. Vince Pass. Facebook, Twitch TV, here we go. You feel me? One of the things I want to talk to y'all real quick about, man, y'all always remember, everything is earned, nothing given. You feel what I'm saying? You got to put your best foot forward. It's 2022. What you going to do? We going to complain? What we going to do? You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that do that's on the Black Mastermind. That's the organization I'm a part of now. I'll explain that more to y'all later on, but this is not the forum for it tonight. Yo, if you want to call into the show, it goes to telephone number. It's 513-429-5964. Again, the number is 513-429-5964. So let's go. Let's get at it. So look, I want to talk to y'all tonight about a mistake. Now, listen, we understand that we all make mistakes. There's nobody out here that's perfect in life. We are all human. We are all fallible. We all fall short of the glory of God, right? Got it. But that's in a world in which everyone has that level of commonality. I want to talk to you about a mistake that took place this past week, okay? Announcer Glenn Consor, okay? He is the announcer for the Washington Wizards, all right? Last week, it was a situation that took place where he made an announcement to Kevin Porter Jr., who played for the Houston Rockets, who made the game-winning shot, okay? He made the game-winning shot. It was dope. You did what I'm saying. So what happened was he said, Glenn Consor said, you got to give credit. Kevin Porter Jr., like his dad, pulled that trigger right at the right time. So let me screech the record for y'all for a second. So when you hear that, you got to know one thing. Okay, there's a mistake. There's something that was said that should have been said. Now, mind you, understand, this is a mistake. So, not knowing Kevin Porter Jr., right? He thought he was making a harmless remark. He says this remark, not knowing that Kevin Porter Sr. was incarcerated in 1993 for manslaughter for murder of a 14-year-old girl. I believe it was an accidental shooting. Then his father was released and he was murdered in 2004 outside of a bar, right? So you see where this is going already. So when the remark was made, Glenn thought that he, which Kevin Porter Jr., was the son of Kevin Porter that used to play for the Washington Wizards. Now, mind you, this Kevin Porter is 71 years old right now, okay? This man right here is a junior. He's a young man, all right? So when the remark was made, it was like a shot that was heard around the world, okay? Kevin Porter Jr. didn't know about the remark at first until the end of the game, all right? Which made the young man very upset, appalled. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about he was very upset about this. And so LeBron chimed in on this remark. And so he was like, yo, that was a very insensitive remark. That dude needs to be fired for that remark, okay? Now, mind you, when this was brought to light, not one time, the man apologized, but not one time did anybody stand up and say, outside of LeBron James and maybe one other person, said, yo, listen, that dude need to be fired. Let me tell y'all something. This past weekend, I had a conversation on Twitter. They were going back and forth with me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about it was a whole bunch of white people I was dealing with. It probably was a whole lot of right-wing dudes, okay? And I said, yo, listen, that guy needs to be fired, okay? And it was like, why does he need to be fired over a mistake that he made? And I said just like this. If that was a black announcer that made that mistake, whether it was a white basketball player or a black basketball player, okay, he would have been terminated. He would have been fired from the job. The reason being because they would have deemed him unqualified to do the job because he did not do his homework about the person who he was speaking about. That's exactly what would have happened. And I spoke to about 7 of my media friends, and I'm not talking about the other guys that just do podcasts. I'm talking about TV personalities, radio personalities, okay? They say, yo, listen, if that was anybody else of color that made that particular remark, he would have been fired and he would have been deemed unqualified, okay? Now, it was okay for John Gruden to make that remark, right? But he got fired for his remark that he had made, okay? In which he did. And so I say that to say this. I started to go further into this conversation, and I started to talk about the white privilege that many people sit in to sit by comfortably to allow something like this to happen. Man, listen, my Twitter feed blew up. And I didn't care that it blew up because the reality is that granted, it was a mistake. If we're dealing morally, yo, mistake, my guy, yo, water under the bridge, right? Okay. But we are living in a world where there are two Americas. And this is the reality. We're living in two Americas, okay? You got white America, you got black America. People do not like when I say this. It makes people very uncomfortable. The reality is that, yes, there are two Americas, separate and very unequal, period. It's just the God's honest truth. Black America couldn't say anything like that. Black media could not make a mistake like that without being crucified. And a lot of people do not want to admit to that. You feel what I'm saying? Hi, daughter. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to be clear that don't get me wrong. Yo, listen, I'm not a racist. Let's be clear. That's the one thing I'm not. And people were calling me racist. And I wasn't upset by it. I wasn't upset by it at all. You feel what I'm saying? Let me tell you what I was. I became more driven. I learned a lot about people this past weekend. You feel what I'm saying? And I learned and I learned a lot to the point where I could honestly say I made a couple of friends this weekend, I believe. And that's in all honesty. I believe I made a couple of friends this past weekend, and because I told them I appreciated their point of view. Okay, but as a black man in America, and the things that I've been given responsibility for, I will not back off of speaking about what is right in reference to how America treats us in a double standard role. In everything we do is a double standard. And the reality is that, yo, you know what? There's a double standard on a lot of things. There's a double standard on transgenders. It's a double standard in the whole LGBTQ community. It's a double standard on everything, on women, just women, period. Women, white women, women of color. You think what I'm saying? It is a continued double standard that's always being set because we live in two Americas. And a lot of people do get upset with me when I speak about that. But it's true. It's true. We live in two Americas. And that's the way it was set up by the founding fathers in the Constitution. No one may not like me saying that, but it's the truth. If you don't believe me, get the book 1619, and you'll be able to understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make you I'm not trying to turn anybody into a racist. I want you to understand the realist, the prejudice against anything. I just want you to understand the reality of things. That's just it. This is where we're at right now. And I apologize that many of you that are out here that listen to my podcast, that listen to my feed, and when I get to talking about stuff like this, you don't like it. It makes you feel uncomfortable. Well, how you think we've been feeling for the last 500 years? Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. 40 years. Uncomfortable. We are living in uncomfortable times. COVID makes you feel uncomfortable. And many people y'all don't even talk about it. Y'all talk about it in a negative way. But you can allow, you can jump up and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be fired. Oh, that was forget Black Lives Matter. But I don't see nobody on the forefront still of education, the poor education that continuously takes place in urban communities. Don't nobody still stand up for that. Now we got this great walkout that's going on, right? Let me tell y'all something about this great walkout. As with anything good, all good things come to an end. I'm letting everybody know right now. If you're not putting yourself in a position right now of entrepreneurship, in the end, you're gonna lose out on opportunities of getting yourself this money in order for you to have a good business. We're gonna talk about that on the next show. That's gonna be on my next show in 2 weeks. But I have a show coming up next week, hopefully with Dr. Joe. I can get that in. But anyway, like I was saying, many people do not like to talk about the two Americas in which we live in, and I'm not gonna back down off the fact that we live in two Americas. The argument that was taking place this weekend, they were saying how, but it's okay for y'all to burn down burn down stores and loot and riot. And I said to them, yo, the Capitol riots gave credence to how many people that are fighting for white America to make America great again, okay? To make America great again. What's up, cousin? To make America great again. They are sitting in that privilege. They're doing everything to protect their liberties. Those people that jumped into the windows and was fighting for and ready to tear down the Capitol, yo, those were people that was really trying to make America great again. Understand. If you understand Trump's platform, you will understand that, yo, he is about money, bread. That's it. Black, I don't give a damn. Spanish, I don't care. Listen, this is for all my people in white America, poor whites, upper class whites, don't matter. Listen, we're gonna make America great again, and we're running off these principles, and this is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, they comfortable in that. And as I was attacking that, yo, I'll tell you, I was getting attacked by so many right-wing white Americans that it was crazy. They were attacking Black Lives Matter. They was talking about how don't group me with those people. What people? Oh, with the right wing? Okay, well, you part of that. You feel what I'm saying? If you can't come and talk with a clear argument about what are we going to do to tear down the walls of racism and tear down the walls of how to be equal, then you part of the whole scheme. You feel me? So I'm just saying that I was being so attacked, and I had to say to myself, I had to kind of concede my argument, not because I didn't have nothing else to say. I realized for the first time in my life, as I was having these conversations on Twitter, that yo, they're sadly misinformed. They was putting up statistics like blacks killing blacks, 97%. That's real. Those are real numbers based upon right, based upon the federal crime machine bureau, right? So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know flat out, like black on black crime, real, and I just couldn't understand for the life of me what they tried to turn the whole, they tried to flip the stage on me. But like I was saying, I learned something this weekend. I learned that no matter what you say to a right wing extremist, they're going to always be the right wing extremist. America stays in trouble. America is always going to be in trouble. You can only imagine what I felt after that conversation. And I wasn't angry, I was just perplexed. Then I had a black dude telling me about how I should have phrased the statement to take out the racial overtone. I said, all right. So what would it have made me if I would have did that? That would have made me seem like I was passive. Would that have made me seem like I wasn't argumentative? What would it have made me if I would have took out the racial undertone? All right. Well, I decided not to take it out, and I kept it in there. And I kept it in there to the point that it got shared over 178 times. Okay? The reality is that there's a level of comfort that's here in America. There's a level of comfort by black people that choose to stay down here, and there's a level of comfort that many, I will not say all, let me read my lips, that many uninformed, uncivilized, unequal, okay, unequal, those who choose to turn a blind eye to what goes on here in America and to protect their own liberties, white people, okay, sadly misinformed. And the reality is that, matter of fact, I don't even think they misinformed. I just think they choose to turn a blind eye to it. They know that everything is separate and unequal. They still know that. All these laws and everything, two books that we live by, two Americas that we live by. Here, let me show you what the number two represents to them. Okay? We got to work twice as hard just to get what they have, right? When we get in trouble with the law, we get double the penalty. Okay? We get double the charges. Okay? We have to work 2 times as harder in the classroom just to get a scholarship, just to get considered to get looked at these other schools. We have to work twice as hard in any athletic environment that we in. We got to go to training. We got to go through this. We got to go through that. We have to work twice as hard on our jobs. We have to be there not just on time. We have to be there before the time to consider to be on time. We have to, man, listen. So you can never tell me that America don't live by 2 sets of rules. Ohio got 2 law books. Every state, damn near every state in the United States have 2 sets of law books. There's old law and then there's new law. There's aggregated law. Listen, y'all gotta understand something, man. Until, what up, Monty? What's going on, big bro? Until you guys, until we stop thinking that you can't be led to a better space because your ego and pride is bigger than you receiving proper instruction, we always gonna be behind that 8 ball. They always gonna be able to say whatever they want to say. They always gonna be able to do whatever they want to do. They always gonna be able to take what they want to take and keep what they take because we do not put ourselves in a position educationally, financially, to be able to take care of our things, to be able to monetize the areas in which we live in. Listen, this is a capitalistic society. No one said it had to be a savage one, but we are resulting, and we're resulting to living savage. The reason being because no one wants to put the work in. We giving away our land. We giving away our opportunities. We giving away our neighborhoods. We giving away our schools. We giving away our kids to the judicial system. We giving our kids away. We giving our hope, our future for tomorrow. We're giving it away. Because many of you are just too afraid to confront your generational curses. You're afraid to confront your own self. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. So what you being afraid of? Your kid is much more than just an athlete. He's much more than a football player. He's much more than a basketball player or a baseball player. Deep behind that mind lies a computer tech, a doctor, forget just a lawyer, an entrepreneur, the next CEO, the next vice president, something greater. But we've been indoctrinated with the level of jealousy that they even have for their own self. But here's the difference. When they jealous of one another and we jealous of one another. When we jealous of one another, we do everything we need to do to make sure that person don't come up. When they jealous of one another, they don't tell nobody. They hide their hand about it and they talk about it in closed rooms and doors. Us, we put it on social media. We're going to tell, we're going to talk about them in the beauty salon, in the barbershop. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, we don't even try to help put a better business in a better position to succeed. And then even more importantly than that, some of you that think you made it, haven't even made it, don't even turn around and look back to give somebody the formula on how you got to where you at because you think that you got the best kept secret. Sorry, you don't. Listen, man, I said this in a post already. I am unapologetically black. Unapologetically black. Unapologetic. I'm not a racist. I'm just for my people. I want them to win. I'm a Malcolmist in this regard. I will work with anybody that is willing to change the miserable conditions that's on the face of this earth. So if you down with a human movement, then let's be down with a human movement. Don't throw a rock and hide your hand, because that's what they do. But since Trump been around, it's no more hiding your hand when they throw the rock. It's like now when they throw the rock, the splash goes into the water, and all of y'all just move away. How many of y'all living comfortable right now? Huh? How many of y'all know how to start a 501c3? How many of you even have a business plan on how to get your business off the ground? How do you even know how to write a proper business plan and you don't even know? Do you even know how to write a proper business plan? Do you know how to get this money? Do you know how to leverage your assets? Do you know how to use your money to make money? Yeah, I heard on Wall Street Trapper the other day. Yo, some of us got 2 or 3 jobs out here, right? Let me ask you a question. Are you living good? I work 2 jobs and I know I'm not. I know I'm taking my second job right now and I'm getting ready to start investing in the stock market. Win or lose, I'm going to win some way. Well, some of you say, well, I don't know about the market. That's risky. That's where the money is. There's a risk in everything. It's a risk in everything. For some of you dudes that's been hustling out there, such as myself, we wasn't scared to take the risk when we was out there on the corners, when we was moving that weight, when we was stealing them cars, when we was robbing them, when we was jackboying, when we was breaking into banks, when we was robbing people. We wasn't out there, we wasn't being scared then. But you afraid to lose $100 all because it ain't coming like what it used to? Hey, yo, listen, man. That's the mind of an unsuccessful hustler. And many of us were unsuccessful because we left the game with nothing. So I'm saying to you that if you got a plan this year, get around people that want to make money. Get around people that are making money. But if you're around people that's making money and they're not sharing the secrets on how they make money, get from around them. Because they ain't nothing but of the devil. They selfish. They're going to watch you come up and they're going to try to take from off your tree. So be careful about the seed that you plant. That's all I'm saying. But in order for us to be better and get better, to do better, we got to want to get better. What's your plan? Has anybody wrote their plans down? Anybody, not just a vision board, but have you wrote it down every day where you can see it? Is it in your car windshield? Is it above your visor? Is it in your wallet? Make a mini copy. Put it on your mirror in your house. Put it on your doors. You got to speak it into existence. You can't call on God when everything is all good or when everything is all bad, but then when everything all good, you don't call him and be like, oh, thank you, Lord. I appreciate it every day. Don't get me wrong. I'm human. I did it myself. You got to make it plain. You have to live your life with the expectation of what he's going to give you. But you got to be obedient. Got to be obedient. And so I go back to my point in the very beginning about the remark that was made. This was more than just about a remark. When I was attacked this weekend, it was more than just an attack about a remark. It was more than an attack about a remark that I stood up against, and many people that stood up with me against. It was more than just about that. I got to see what these guys really think and say about black people in America. And it was crazy to me. And I just want to thank all my white friends who I love, man. I tell you, man, the white friends that I have, man, listen, they know about the struggle. Many of them do. Thank you, cuz. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got to put that up. You feel me? And it's just crazy how we're living in this mosh pit of people, and our people, we just keep on killing ourselves with mundane stuff. There's so much information that be going across Facebook that be so false. I be sitting there like, dang. We fall for that banana in the tailpipe. You feel what I'm saying? There be so much stuff on this social media, you don't know what to believe. Let me tell you what I believe. I have entrepreneurs in my family. I have a big family, a real big family. Not just talking about my cousins. I'm talking about my extended family. I have successful business people in my extended family that will sit down and give me the game and give it to me. They won't walk me through it. They'll tell me what I need to go do. And it's up to you to go do it. They're going to say, yo, I'll get this to you, but you got to go do the work. When you go do this work, then come back and see me. Because I'm not going to give you the whole thing and you try to swallow the whole thing and then you regurgitate the whole thing because you didn't know how to process the thing. You cannot be afraid of the process. There's a process. Yo, it can only be, how you doing, Ma? It can only be 4 people on this thread. But I'm going to speak to you like it's 4,000, 400. I'm going to speak like it's 4 million. I'm going to speak like the whole world is looking at my podcast. That's exactly how I'm going to speak. Because I know at some point, somebody's going to say, yo, you need to listen to how passionate this dude is. He's not speaking nothing but facts. Anyway, man, listen, it's 10:32. I told you I wasn't going to be on here long. You know what I mean? Next week, man, I hope I have Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe's is a brother who has a organization. He's a minister, but he has a particular organization that's designed for men, okay, to help get them together, get their lives together. Hopefully, I'll be able to get them next week. If not, I'm definitely going to have somebody on here. I want to give a shout out to Ma down there in North Carolina, to my cousin, Alana. I love you. I will call you this week. I promise you I will. To my dude, Monty, I always say, I love you, bro. I love you and your wife. I love what you have done with MJ. MJ is such a special guy, man. Special guy. Shout out to her daughter. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We gonna keep you a secret because you my daughter for real. I tell your mom. I'm telling you my daughter, all right? But look, man, y'all, I love y'all, man. Yo, listen, man. I can't. God bless you, Ma. I'm feeling a lot better. I was sick at one. I was sick. Okay, I got to tell it to you. I was sick. But listen, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. The game back on. I'm quite sure everybody ready to get to the game. But we're gonna rock out like we always do. Feel good music. You feel what I'm saying? Picasso Pinoy, you dig? All the time. Let's go. I love you. Talk to y'all later.
We got the feel good music. That vibe to make you wanna lose it. Everybody stop what you doing, rock to the music, bounce to the floor. My people all across the globe. We got that feel good music that'll heal your soul. No matter what, good you from
now old.
Only one rule, leave those
Runs
girls
at home. Feel good, don't it?
Let's celebrate
Life.
Get your hands high. Hit the damn floor.
Get money, get right.
Let's
go.
Get a number, get right.
Love y'all, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man.
Feel good, don't it? You don't have to be a
Got ball players, a ball player.
Get your
Runs up to you, keep ball later.
whether you
Big O.J. Simpson. Matter who you are, just get it when you finish.
Some people gonna hate you because you chillin'.
So what?
Don't mean you have to change how you living.
Know what? We got the feel good music. Yo, it's 2022. What you gonna do, man? 2022. What you gonna do that's different? Love y'all, man. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Now everybody, come on. Throw your hands in the air.